Annual conference of the Republican Governors Association. Now, Governor Palin spoke to the conference today.
We carried with us the best of memories and joyful experiences that really do not depend at all on political victory. For years to come, I'm going to remember all the young girls who came up to me at rallies to see the first woman having the privilege of carrying our party's VP nomination, and they inspired me. With an extra hurdle or two in front of us and in front of these young girls, I feel that we've got this mutually beneficial relationship now, me and these young girls, where we're going to work harder, we're going to be stronger, we're going to do better, and one day one of them will be the president. Because in America there will be no ceilings on achievement, glass or otherwise. And if I can help point the way, for these young women, or inspire them to tap into their own gifts and talents and strengths, to find their own opportunities, well, it is a privilege. And I'm going to remember all the people along the way who said that they were praying for us. They were such a strength and a shield, those prayer warriors. And yes. Let me add that I was honored as well to have the support of a former RGA member and his beautiful wife, who will soon return home from the White House to Texas. In politics, people sometimes go to great lengths to avoid stating the obvious. But I think it's about time that we all remembered that the greatest measure of a president is whether he protected and defended this great country. America's 43rd president took that foremost responsibility, that most important charge, seriously. He poured his life into it. He succeeded in keeping America safe from another attack. I'm thankful he is my soldier son's commander-in-chief, and for that I say, God bless George W. Bush, and I thank you, Mr. President. I think that we can all move forward together as a result of what we've just learned. When I was introduced in Ohio as our party's nominee, it was humbling, and I was proud to represent all of us. But on election night in Phoenix, after a hard and honorable defeat, I was more proud than ever to have been the running mate and friend of a great man, Senator John McCain. Tens of millions of Americans shared our convictions, and they gave us their votes. They shared a desire for a smaller, smarter government and protection of our constitutional rights and energy independence and respect for life and equality, and I thank them for their confidence and those votes. But for us, it was not our time. It was not our moment. But it is our country, and the winner will be our president, and I wish Barack Obama well as the 44th president of the United States. And if he governs with the skill and the grace and the greatness of which he is capable, we're going to be just fine. And as he prepares to fill the office of Washington and Lincoln, know that this is a shining moment in American history. Senator Obama has achieved a great thing for himself and for our country. Now, as we wish him well and unite as we all work together, it's time for us to reach out to this new administration. Time for us to reach out to Barack Obama so that he'll understand our perspective. As experienced chief executives, we responsible for tens of billions of public dollars and tens of thousands of employees and policies and projects that do affect the lives of our constituents every single day, so that he will understand that bigger federal government and more unfunded mandates hurt the economy and our states and America's opportunities. Republican governors understand this. That's why Americans look to us for leadership. I'll not forget guys like Tito the Builder. He recently became a U.S. citizen, running his own construction company now, and he on the trail, he was telling us so proudly, he says, yeah, I was born in Colombia, but I was made in the USA. This is the land of opportunity. And man, just these everyday, hardworking Americans whom we would meet. And again, such a comfort that we had knowing that we aren't the only ones believing in America being the land of possibilities and opportunity, but federal government, man, it got to play its appropriate role, not to get in the way of the progress of our families and our businesses. So I will remember with gratitude all the families with special needs children who were the stars of the show in our rallies. Kids with autism and some in their wheelchairs, and these beautiful kids who maybe before were made to feel like there wasn't a place for them in the life of our country. How could I ever forget the banners held up high that would say, "We're here for Trig, Trig in the White House," and these beautiful children and their families. You know, and always being warned, you can't cry on the campaign trail, you can't shit it. Oh my goodness, speaking to some of these families and the challenges that they have, and they who aren't asking anything from government or from anybody else, perhaps a hand up, but not a handout, these families, I would see them in the audience and they would hold up their banners, and I'll tell you, I came close to crying a few times because they just touched my heart, and it's time that America shows them our good collective heart. Now, with recent elections wrapped up, on the federal level, we are now the minority party. But let us resolve not to become the negative party, too eager to find fault or unwilling to help in this time of crisis and war. Losing an election does not have to mean losing our way. And for governors, the way forward leads through our own state capitals in reforms that we will carry on or begin anew. Let the pundits go on with their idle talk about the next election, what happens in 2012. Our concern should be about our state's next great reform, our next budget, our next opportunity to progress in the states that we serve. And on issues like taxes and energy and healthcare, immigration, education, we will not lack for opportunities to serve and to lead and to show the way.